Let's kick off an epic tale. The Demon King decides to bring Sophie to the palace banquet, and before it starts, all the lords speculate about the mysterious identity of the princess. The head mayor insists she must be a stunning beauty. The lizard monster thinks she must be a genius. Just as they argue endlessly, the Demon King makes a grand entrance with Sophie, leaving everyone. They never expected the Demon King's bride was an ordinary human. Chaos erupted. Just as the monsters were gossiping about Sophie, the Demon King's furious roar silenced the entire bank. He then wrapped Sophie with his tail, and it was time for Sophie to strike back. Sophie served proactively. As the two horse-headed monsters advised, she entered with a huge platter of meat, a real showstopper. Everyone was dumbfounded by the scene. Although the head mayor usually only eats grass, the look from the Demon King forced her to dig in, and muttering to herself, the other lords quickly followed suit and began the meal. Seeing servants busy, Sophie decided to help in the kitchen, but was blocked by the former still head chef and his crew. They believed Sophie, being human, would taint their food, but upon hearing the title of princess, the chef quickly changed his tune and welcomed her. Hurry up, the boiled meat's still bleeding. Sophie stumbled upon a goblet of fancy fruit wine in the kitchen. Though Big Mouth warned her that the Demon King doesn't drink, she resolved to serve him a taste of this delicacy. Just then, the Western Doctor monster deliberately tripped Sophie with its tail. Sophie quickly wiped the Demon King's cheek, while the Western Doctor feigned concern, asking, Demon King. The Demon King seized her, warning all Sophie's his future bride. Dare look down on her, you rebel against the king. After saying that, he prepared to teach her a lesson, but then Sophie suddenly gave him a big hug. Considering Sophie's plea, the Demon King decided to spare the Western Doctor, thinking, next time, luck won't save you. Witnessing this, the lords grew fearful, no longer opposing Sophie as the Demon King's bride. Then, Sophie fainted. The doctor explained that it was due to the inflated air in the kingdom, which human bodies struggled to handle, leading to Sophie, if she stayed in the palace, she'd face major trouble. To save Sophie, the Demon King sent her back to the human world and left a letter. Sophie couldn't read demon language, but luckily a deity brought her medicine. Her hubby was a doctor, made from a rare fruit. It purified the inflation inside her, and Sophie soon recovered, taking the initiative to do chores and shop. The neighbors praised her endlessly, and the deity, although unaware of her background, treated her like his own daughter. If Sophie had nowhere to go, she could stay. Yet she hesitated, thinking of the Demon King. Even if she returned calmly, it would worry the Demon King. Unsure what to do, the deity suggested she rest. News from the clinic quickly spread throughout the neighboring villages. One day, Sophie went to the grocery store as usual, but the clerk avoided her like she was a ghost. Passers-by whispered about her. Realizing urgency, she hurried home to find windows smashed, her husband and deity injured. They realized Sophie was a live sacrifice and urged her to leave immediately. If they sheltered Sophie, the Demon King would bring disaster. Walking alone, Sophie hoped he'd show up. Just as she hesitated about her future direction, she suddenly slipped, about to fall off the cliff. At that critical moment, the Demon King suddenly appeared and caught her. It turns out there were no obstacles in the human world. The Demon King had expended much effort to find Sophie. Sophie wondered why he would come looking for her. Didn't he want to leave her in the human world? The Demon King asked Sophie about his letter, and she admitted she couldn't read demon language, leading to a misunderstanding. The Demon King actually meant for Sophie to wait for him while he would come back to fetch her. At that moment, he pulled out a ring with a crystal made from the purifying fruit. The Demon King had been busy finding it for a while, and once Sophie wore it, she would no longer be harmed. So the Demon King took Sophie back to the king. Sophie exhibited a great fondness for the ring, however. It was only 2 days after her return to the Demon King's castle. She faced a new crisis, the most annoying being the donkey-headed minister beside the Demon King, since Sophie had shed her identity as a live sacrifice, but also seduced the Demon King, making the donkey minister displeased. Ever since the last banquet, lords have been protesting. To appease the lords, the minister arranged a meeting of princesses with the Demon King. Princess Cat, Horse, and Rabbit arrived. Princess Cat asked Sophie for help, saying she'd be a concubine. Suddenly, everyone fell silent. Princess Cat looked at the clever and beautiful Sophie before ultimately deciding to return home to face her people. Sophie then urged the Demon King to attend the meeting, stating she wouldn't mind if he had a few concubines. Upon hearing this, the Demon King got really mad, as he didn't want to meet any princesses and claimed those ladies were full of schemes. He wished Sophie would stay away, but she insisted on him meeting the princesses. They argued, and Sophie chose to sleep separately that night. But once she left, Princess Cat sneaked in and said to the Demon King, I know Sophie's place in your heart. Just as Princess Cat was about to continue seducing the Demon King with her charm, eavesdropping Sophie forcefully pushed open the door, and upon catching sight of their ambiguous posture, her face turned as red as an apple, and she wanted to turn around and flee in embarrassment. The next day, even though the Demon King met with the princesses, Sophie and the Demon King ate breakfast quietly, both gazing at the same cake. Then they both awkwardly looked away. Sophie reminisced about last night, realizing she hadn't seen Princess Cat and thought she was still in bed. Princess Horse and Rabbit talked to the Demon King, but he halted them for no talking during meals. At that moment, Princess Crocodile, nervous, accidentally knocked over a plate, and everyone was eager to see the comedy unfold.